Each team is becoming more and more clear, Graham.
Oh, yes, indeed. I mean, we have a good understanding of who the real contenders are. But there always seems to be a dark horse team that makes a push in the second half of the season. Anything can happen.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We got Trey Lyles. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Murray. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Barrett in at the 3. Smith no good. Pass to Barrett, wide open. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Barrett's gotten his second bucket.
Boy, you've got to be shot ready in catch-and-shoot situations, and we know RJ's got a quick trigger.
There's the 3. The rebound by Murray. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A., because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Well, you have to understand, spacing is provided when you can make threes. R.J. Barrett delivers.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups.
And he acknowledged that they're facing one of the most dynamic players in the league in Gilgeous-Alexander. He said there's no way to defend him, that his speed and movement, we need to be ready to rotate and help on every possession. Still, he said they're all looking forward to the challenge.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Murray, taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. The shot by Olynyk, no good. Gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Azonia. Back to Šarić. Smith with it, averaging around 5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Launches a 3. Shot's good by Šarić. Šarić has got 6 points.
Well, you can tell Dario Šarić's teammates want him to take these kinds of shots. When he plays with confidence, look out.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Šarić, the pass to Smith. Over Murray. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist by Šarić.
At his size, Dario Šarić can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander touched it last. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You take a look at the home team. They love where they stand right now. First place, Dort. He's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense. His elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Now Murray. Outside, Alexander Walker. Clark with a screen on Smith. Alexander Walker sends it home from three-point land.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Smith outside. Pass to Bogdanovich. Clark grabs the board. Gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Murray. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for the away team, Jamal.
And he drops the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. That one's no good. Fires away from way outside. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. They're up by 3. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
He shoots, and he knocks the jumper down. Here's Alexander Walker. Dylan Brooks is out there with Lou Dort. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2. Clark with a screen on Bogdanovich. Down low. Unloads. And the basket by Clark.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Saric outside. Lets it go from deep. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
We've got Brandon Clark. Dylan Brooks is out there with Lou Dort. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
There's Bogdanovich with the 3. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Pass to Bogdanovich. Fires from deep. Gets the 3 ball to go.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
2 minutes remaining.
Brooks outside. Olynyk with a screen on Bogdanovich.
Home team foul. Arizona. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
The visitors with the ball. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pass to Azonia. Over to the left wing. Smith inside. Defended by Murray. A nice shot by Smith.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Murray passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander sinks a big one.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Pass to Smith. 1:05 left in the first half. Just 5 to shoot. Perkichin passes to Zubac. Over Olynyk. Zubac's shot is off.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Here's Lyles. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Perkichin. Here's Hezonja. Back to Smith. Feet out, and yep, it's good. Smith's got 4 points in the quarter. Gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Zubats.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
For 3. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Monster buzzer beater. Helps carve into that deficit. It's anyone's game now.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Up 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Well, in the Eastern Conference, Victor Wembanyama.
Tremendous effort lately for this guy. Victor, 7'4". This dude.
Shifting back to that first half of play, let's focus on SGA. Man, is he off to a strong start. Thanks, as always.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Murray. Then it's Trey Lyles. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Olynyk in at the 5 spot. Well, Doris, for a while, the amount of three-pointers seem to grow exponentially. I think it's plateaued now.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure I agree that it's plateaued. What we do know unequivocally is these organizations have defined how to be the most efficient basketball team. And each and every year, we're setting records in that category. They're just getting smart about the kinds of shots you want and when. We're seeing more shots at the rim, and we're still heavily emphasizing the three-point line.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside Barrett. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Olynyk. Pulls up on the wing. Yep, that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10.
Opportunistic Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets one to go.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
Well, you look at Murray. He's right on the cusp of securing his spot in the three-point contest. So I hope those votes keep pouring in because he's a guy you'd love to see in the mix.
Yeah, if he can make it in the door, you know he will do everything he can to win the whole thing. And it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated.
Šarić outside. Pass to Zubats.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Smith outside. There's the triple. Rebound by Olynyk. Got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Šarić. Šarić has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Hezonja, guarded by Barrett. Pass to Smith. This one for 3. Rebound by Olynyk.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Here's Lyles.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
At the line
That one drops. He ties it up. So both teams making some changes here. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. A minute 15 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Throws it up high. Pass to Perkichin. Smith with it. Guarded by Barrett. And stolen by Barrett. Dort right side. Here's Lyles. Back to Dort. And here's Murray. Shot clock at 6. Knocks it down from distance. Lyles has got 7 points in the game.
Good awareness by Murray. Sees a hole in the defense and feeds the guy ready to exploit it.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. So both teams changing it up here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. And he makes it.
Well, that's not exactly the most solid screen you'll see, but it still works.
Gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. 5 to shoot. Sinks that one from the post. Murray's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
The third quarter comes to a close. Up 4. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Ooh, Shea showing no fear inside.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Lugens Dort out there with Dylan Brooks. Then it's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA using the length inside.
That's a big-time move right there. So crafty, so tough. SGA, big-time skill.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Both teams will make substitutions. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
During that break, Coach Chauncey Billups had some advice for the team. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Pass to Zubac. Rebound by Olenek. Shooting the ball incredibly well tonight. 73% from the floor. Here's Murray. It's rebounded by Zubac.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Pulls up. Shot's good by Saric.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
And right now, neither side can get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fades. Good work there as it goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter.
But Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is a thirsty scorer, and if you concede the mid-range, he'll take it.
To the left wing. From about 19. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Barrett passes to Olenek. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it goes. That makes him 9 for 13 now.
There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
Pass to Smith. Over Murray. Smith no good. Gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Goes up on the wing. Murray no good.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Back to Saric. Smith against Gilgeous-Alexander. Smith no good. Now here's Barrett. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. And it's good for 2.
This guy's a bucket getter. R.J. Barrett finds a way to capitalize on the interior. He's got the size to get it done.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Smith. And the layup is good. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Barrett. Screen by Olynyk. Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one is right through the heart.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Smith. Rebound by Olynyk. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And so the road team gets the W in this one. It ends up. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
excited are you?
Oh, man, Kevin, on a scale of 1 to 10, can I go 20? I mean, we've been waiting for these games to start for months. The offseason seems endless, and there's always drama about player movement, who's going where, and expectation, but nothing better than getting that ball thrown up. And let's see these guys go at it.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Wembanyama's out there with Song. Then there's Shea. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Hayes in at the 1. Abrinas with the bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Fournier. And not gonna go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Aldama passes to Diaz. Hernan Gomez a screen. Inside. Makes it off the glass.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Pass to Shea. To the paint. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist.
Oh, that's a great sign for Shea, proving he can handle the physicality of the NBA.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Wembanyama. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Offense clicking early here. 3 for 4 to start this one.
Pass to Aldama. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Abrinas the pass to Diaz. Here's Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here's Hayes. Offline with his 3. Gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Back to Aldama. Here's Abrinas. He's guarded by Fournier. Here's Aldama. No good from outside.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
And Wembanyama gets it to go.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Rubio looking it over. Pass to Garuba. 3-pointer. 5 to shoot. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Welcome sight. Rubio from 3 is going to open it up.
Coulibaly with it. Outside Fournier. And Garuba pulls it down.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Rubio outside. Back to Abrinas. The 3. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. Two points. That one goes.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Up 2. And we'll be back. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, That's the kind of thing that happens.
Now, here's Rubio. He's defended by Koulibaly. Pass to Rubio. The three. Drills the three-pointer. Rubio's got 6 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
They've got Gobert. Abusele out there with Batum. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Rizichet in at the 2-guard spot. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, GA?
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked out, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. Pass to Koulibaly. Here's the lob to the hoop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys in the bench. They are pumped up. That one's in, his first shot this game.
That play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And Rizichet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Rizichet in the corner. Off target with his 3. Gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass to Rubio. To the inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. With the break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Rudy Gobert is second. Fourth, Victor Wembanyama.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
Good on the three-point shot.
Well, Sarr continues to develop that three-point shot, hoping to make it a reliable part of his game.
1:22 left to play in the first half. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Hayes the pass to Sarr. Sarr sets the screen for Fournier. Here's the floater. Aldama with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Abrines the pass to Aldama. And here's Rubio. He's got 9. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Alex Sarr.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Rizichet, he's checked in for Koulibaly. Did really well. 54% from the floor. That shot wide open. Hayes has got 6.
Count that one. We've seen Hayes continue to work on his three-pointer over time.
Pass to Abrines. And just over 3.5 minutes play here in the second quarter. Aldama gets the bucket.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Now Hayes. He's got 6. Now Wembanyama. Hernan Gomez covering. Love the confidence from Wembanyama.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
And so that's the end of the first half. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
See their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition. Maybe all those extra practice drills are paying off.
All right, guys, And that is
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Ricky Rubio with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Santi Aldama is out there with Hernan Gomez, and it's Diaz in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. He gets it in there. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's Diaz. Jacks up a three. Buries it from three-point range. Diaz has got 5 points so far.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And it's Hayes in the corner. Back to Wembanyama. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. He's been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. Here's Diaz, covered by Hayes. Hernan Gomez a screen. Here's Diaz. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
To the left wing. Pass to Hayes. Fires the three. That one doesn't drop. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Back to Aldama. And the layup's good off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
They're not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Here's Rizachet. It's Fournier on the wing. Still yet to score. Takes the 13-footer. A three from Wembanyama. Nailed from three-point land.
3 points.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So it's both teams making substitutions here. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And there's the foul. It's on Coulibaly. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Fournier. Gobert knocks it away.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
Rubio outside. Shoots over Fournier. Rubio can't get that one to fall.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Pass to Fournier. Fires from deep. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
52 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Abrinas. 4 on the shot clock. And Rubio kicks to Abrinas. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio. Abrinas has got 6 points.
And Rubio just waiting for the shooter to get open and then gets the assist.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Gobert with a screen for Fournier. Another shot. And it's finished off inside by Gobert. Gobert's got his first basket.
And Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
Rubio outside. Hernangomez with a screen on Fournier. Lets the three fly. Cans it from downtown. Abrines has got his third basket of the night. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. They lead by 8. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stick. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for me.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Abusele out there with Batum. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Rupert in at the point guard. Rubio outside. Plays it up and banks it in.
This has always been a bit of an issue. Ricky Rubio, his finishing ability on the inside gets it done that time.
Here's Rupert, covered by Rubio. Here's Rupert. Launches a 3, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
There's been just outrageous 64% from the field to this point. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the lean, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
Wembanyama outside. Oh, the rim with an easy reach of Wembanyama.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
There's the pick. There's the 3. Abrines' shot is off. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Hayes. Wembanyama has got 11 in the second half. Pass to Eldama. There's Abrines. It counts, and the foul. That's on Evan Fournier.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Now Wembanyama. Hernangomez covering. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Abrines. Drives to the hoop.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Down low. Wembanyama passes to Song, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. That 3 goes in. It's always a welcome sight, guys.
Thank you, David. To the middle, here's Wembanyama. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Wembanyama has got 19 points. Gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Pass to Abrines. Aldama with the ball. Puts it up from 12. And he goes in for the dunk.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Wembanyama. Second chance effort. Oh, Wembanyama with an evasive move.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Diaz. And the rejection by Wembanyama to the paint. The shot's good from Hayes.
And that's got to really do wonders for Killian Hayes and his confidence.
And so out of bounds it goes. And they'll keep possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul, second team foul.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Abrinas. He's guarded by Fournier. Pass to Diaz. Here's Abrinas. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Evan Fournier. Second personal foul, third team foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
Breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game. He's coming through.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
It falls!
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but...
offenses, and they're not just talented, they're relentless.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Patrick Mills out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Dante Exum. Then it's Joe Ingles. And it's Landale in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Šarić. Pass to Zubats. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Landale. To the paint. Here's Giddey. Right through the D for the layup.
Crafty finish by Giddey, managing to overcome the contest.
Good on the bucket.
High percentage look right off the bat.
Pass to Landale. First quarter of play, a minute in. Mills, the pass to Landale, and the shot goes.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Saric. Pass to Smith. Here's Hezonja. The three is up. Sinks it from distance. He's got 5.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
With the 10-footer. Ingles passes to Exum. It's Giddey on the wing. Here's the 3. And Hezonja pulls it down.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
To the inside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Outside Mills. Pass to Landale. Hey, puts up a 3. He can't get it to go. Gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. And here's Saric for 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Yeah, they beat this team in the season series last year. But what's that really saying?
Green's checked in for Ingles. A minute 31 left to play in the first. Smith against Giddey. High post Green. Pass to Exum. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Giddey. And that time also a missed shot.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
To the left side wing. With the teardrop. They get it back. And that one's good.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Mills with it. Pass to Landale. From deep, Giddey. Fires in the triple. Giddey's got 5 points.
Beautiful execution, getting it away quickly. Giddey just wasting no time.
Here's Perkichin. Smith inside. Giddey defends. And that one's good.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Landale with a screen. And it's Giddey with the 3. Giddey's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And so the first quarter is in the books. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Did you see that? That was one of the best moves I've ever seen.
Picture-perfect execution. He was focused and refused to be denied. Dyson Daniels out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then it's Green. And it's Ingles in at the 4. Ingles finds Simmons to the middle. Green, the pass to Daniels. Shot from the wing. And down it goes. 2 points.
I know what they say. Defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
4-3. The rebound by Ingles.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside Simmons. Pass to Daniels. Inside. Here's Green. That one's good. This game is all even. Green's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
The three is up. Drops in the three.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He wants to review the game plan.
Offensively, it was never their night. The issues they suffered were pretty clear.
Won't win games in this league with an offensive night like that. They've got some things to figure out.
Now here's Green. Giddey with it. Now Bogdanovich defending. Bogdanovich against Giddey. Takes a three. And the three-pointer goes. Giddey's got 11. Richard, if the three-point shot was never introduced, how different do you think the game would be?
The offensive strategy would be very different. The game would be more physical, and it was more physical. And the main priority would be creating high percentage looks.
Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Yeah, how about Giddey tonight? Scoring the ball, such a different matchup. I don't know who they can throw at him right now.
Outside Bogdanovich. Puts up a three. Rebounded by Green. Gotten off to a sensational 5 for 5 start in the second quarter. Tries a 9-footer. And the bucket's good from Simmons in deep. Simmons has got his first points of the game.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Pass to Perkichin to halt the run. Count that bucket. Perkichin's got his first points of the night. Gotten each of their 6 shots to fall here in the second. Outside Giddey. 55 seconds left to play in the half. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. The shot no good. Got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Pass to Azonia. A shot from the mid-range. The rebound by Simmons. Shooting at a very efficient 67%. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Bogdanovich. .11 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Zubac with a screen on Simmons. And he's going for the lob. And the pass goes out of bounds. They'll turn it over.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
How you finish a quarter.
Wow.
You play to the buzzer. You never know what's going to happen.
Oh, taking this arena's breath away. That's a crazy shot at the buzzer. Oh, my.
.7 p.m. Eastern is the tip-off.
Yeah, but I don't think this is going to be close.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the visiting team.
Well,
glad you could join us.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Leading by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Josh Giddey.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Ivica Zubac out there with Dario Saric. Then it's Smith, and it's Azonia in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Good.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's Giddey. 18 points for him.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end. Pass to Azonia. Back to Zubac. Smith outside. Out to the right wing. Šarić outside. 4 on the clock. Zubac with it. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Outside Giddey. On the wing, Ingles. Exum outside. And that one drops. And it comes off an assist from Ingles. Exum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. One guy who's been getting it done is Josh Giddey.
This timeout gives them a chance to strategize because whatever the game plan they have, it's not working.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Out left to the wing. There's the steal. All by himself. Cash. Mills with the bucket.
Oh, coming out hot, hot, hot. 4 out of 4 for the field. Okay.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Played it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 11.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Both teams deciding to change it up. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper. Mills has got his second bucket on the night.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams."
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. Here's Landale. Ingles passes to Simmons. Simmons is doubled. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. Unable to get that one. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Outside Bogdanovic. On target from range.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
On the wing, Green. Outside Mills. The 15-footer. Basket's good. Mills has got 6 here in the quarter. Gone an impressive 5 of 5 so far in the third quarter. Pass to Zubac. Now Šarić. Here's Smith. That one rolls around and rims out. And we've reached the end of the third. Leading by 6. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Aaron Baines, Dyson Daniels out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Green, and it's Thibault in at the 3. Daniels, that one's true.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Pass to Perkichin. Rebounded by Green. Shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. Thibault on the wing. Defended by Bogdanovich. Back to Thibault. The three. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist.
He's not much of a threat to score, but Simmons dishing it, he can do it with the best of them.
Timeout. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Cashes it in from 11 feet.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this win.
Now here's Giddey to the inside. Landale, and he jams it home with authority.
Yeah, I just love the game of Giddey. Looks for others first. A great guy to play with.
To the middle. Here's Smith. Drills the elbow jumper. Smith's got 4 points in the quarter. Gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Giddey against Smith from the line. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Giddey continues to work on improving his offensive game, including his mid-range jumper.
Pass to Smith. Over Giddey. Smith no good. Got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Smith against Giddey. Can't cash it in from close range. Here's Hezonja. Smith with it. Pass to Šarić. Back to Smith. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
For your home team, Smith taking 2 shots.
Smith hits them both. And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. It's Giddey on the wing. Šarić covers. Outside Giddey. A minute 6 left in the fourth quarter. Ooh, he couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. Pass to Smith. Over Giddey. Here's Zubac, and it's slammed in by Zubac.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Here's Smith. And he buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle on scoring alone. There's not that much intensity on defense.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Exum outside. And Smith over to help. Exum passes to Ingles. The 3. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. And here's Šarić for 3. It's hauled in by Landale. visiting club takes the win on the road. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. You know, you have two.
Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Murray. Then it's Trey Lyles. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Barrett at the 3 spot. Here's Diaz. Shot clock at 6. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Wide open shot is on the money.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
Pass to Abrinas. Fires from the corner. Hernan Gomez tips it back in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Olynyk. Lyles passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. In the corner, Barrett with it. Takes the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, the numbers show it. R.J. Barrett much more comfortable shooting from the corner.
Here's Diaz. Hernan Gomez a screen. From 20 feet out, Olynyk with the steal. Here's Barrett. Here he goes. Can't cash in from close range. Pass to Aldama. A 3. It's rebounded by Barrett.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Barrett. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Doesn't go for him.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet. That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Lyles no good. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Diaz. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
1:15 left in the first quarter of the game. Olynyk sets a screen for Barrett. Pass to Olynyk. Lets it go with a 3. Cans it from downtown.
Well, you can't overlook this part of Olynyk's game. He will drop 3-pointers on you when he can.
Here's Diaz. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Diaz, good. Gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Lyles passes to Barrett. Bangs home the trifecta. Barrett's got 6 points.
Showing improvement in that aspect of his game. Barrett wants to get better firing off the catch.
Pass to Abrinas. Here's Diaz. He has 5. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Diaz, good.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot misses. So it's a tie game as we end the first. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Dylan Brooks out there with Lou George. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Clark in at the center.
And Brooks needs to keep taking and making those jumpers. It's only going to help his confidence.
Here's Rubio, following the score by Dylan Brooks. No good on his first attempt of the game. Now, Alexander Walker. There's the pick. It's Gilgeous-Alexander at the elbow. Over Hernan Gomez. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the night. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
Here's Alexander Walker. Scoreless thus far. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Out to the right wing. Here's Abrinas, defended by Alexander Walker. Pass to Abrinas. Shoots over Alexander Walker. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Brooks with
in the first half, 2 minutes.
There's the 3. It's good from long range. Brooks has got 5 points now this quarter.
This offense just continues to impress.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. We have the break in the action. Let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard over the past 10 games.
Well, their defense over the last 10 games has been exceptional. They're really getting after it and communicating well on that end of the floor.
Aldama passes to Abrinas. 1:35 left to play in the first half.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Now here's Murray. Hasn't made one yet. Fires from deep. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, and this is an area over his career where Jamal Murray has really improved that three-point shooting.
Here's Diaz. 7 points in the game. Hernan Gomez kicks to Abrinas. Here's Aldama. Back to Abrinas. Fades. That shot off.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Barrett inside the three-point line. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
First team foul. At the line for your home.
19 seconds left in the first half. And here is Murray. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Olynyk, a screen on Rubio. Pass to Olynyk. Here's the 3. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. They're up by 3. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
You take a look at the home team. You know, Halloween was a long time ago, but this team is still the scariest group in the league. They've had the hot hand from deep. So I'm giving these guys the green light. Keep riding the perimeter game until they take it away.
They sure made it look easy. And that concludes.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. I think we have a beautiful game now.
We've got Hernan Gomez. And it's Aldama in at the 4 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. A magnificent 69% in this game. Bring us with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Everything has been just great so far, up at 56%. There it finds Murray. Lyles with it. Aldama's there. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throws good, Lyles. And so here's the home team. 4-point game. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, defense way up on Aldama there. He barely had any room, hence the whistle.
And both free throws good for Aldama. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, offensively, Olynyk is more than just a jump shooting big. He's a solid playmaker for his position, and he's especially effective running dribble handoff action. I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look here at the visitors. They're 6th best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings. Pass to Diaz. And it's Abrinas in the corner. Jacks up a 3. Kept alive for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Abrinas has got 9.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
And now we get a chance to check out Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How last month turned out for him? He's averaging 8 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
Here's Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
Well, at nearly 7 feet, throwing it down is probably almost effortless for Aldama.
Left side, Barrett. In the corner, Murray with it. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one is good. 8 points for him. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Hernan Gomez with a screen on Murray. Abrinas with the bucket.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Olynyk. Now here's Murray. Off target from 3-point range.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Pass to Abrinas, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the lean, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Dort, he's checked in for Trey Lyles. And here's Gilgeous Alexander outside. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. Pass to Abrinas. 50 seconds left to play in the third. Back to Aldama. Clock at 6. Hernan Gomez passes to Abrinas. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Murray outside. Outside, Dort. Pass to Gilgeous Alexander. Olynyk sets a screen for Gilgeous Alexander. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Olynyk, doing his best brick wall impression, was still able to wiggle free for the score.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Shooting for the away team.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Rubio outside. Launches a 3. Sinks the triple. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Up. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Gilgeous Alexander. Then there's Dylan Brooks. Then it's Lou Dort. And it's Clark in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, Gilgeous Alexander. Clark, a screen on Hernan Gomez. Drains it from beyond the arc. Dort's got his first 3 points of the game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And Rubio kicks to Hernan Gomez. Abrinas. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Garuba.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to happen.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. So both teams changing it up here. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. Now he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Diaz. Here's Abrinas. He's covered by Murray. 5 on the clock. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see. Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Diaz. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Good read by Aldama. His selfless attitude is why his guys enjoy playing.
Here's Gilgeous Alexander. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And where some feel stressed, Gilgeous Alexander feels strength. Love the confidence from the young fella.
He takes it in. Oh, they get it back. Here's Diaz. There's a screen by Aldama. The shot by Diaz, no good. to the middle. Here's Murray. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Well, there's no question. Murray can go get one for you when you need it most.
54 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Hernan Gomez kicks to Abrinas. Hernan Gomez with the ball. Guarded by Murray. Here's Diaz. A putback. It's in!
Well, what I want to know, where is the communication defensively?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. There's a screen by Aldama. Lets it go from deep. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lyles. Off target. And so they get the victory here at home. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Coming down to the final few games now. This playoff push sure will be interesting.
Oh, no doubt. And I'm looking forward to it, B.A. The teams trying to make the playoffs will be going all out. And that kind of intensity in these games will be fun to watch.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Evan Fournier is out there with Hayes. Then it's Rizache. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Sarr in at the four-man position.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Here's Sarr. Outside Wembanyama. 5 on the clock. From downtown. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. Antetokounmpo outside. And just over a minute played here to start the game. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
At the line for 2, Papanikolaou.
And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Now here's Hayes. Pass to Wembanyama. Fournier with the ball. Wembanyama screen. Fournier with the ball. Hayes for 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said they spent all week watching film on Victor Wembanyama, trying to find flaws that they could take advantage of. No such luck. So their mission tonight is to try to make someone else beat them, which coach admits could be fool's errand.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Pass to Fournier. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
What a polished offensive game. Fournier cashing in from the mid-range.
Here's Papanikolaou. Antetokounmpo outside. 1:43 left in the first. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but on his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Here's Sarr. Pass to Wembanyama. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
They set the screen, launches it. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
That ties it up. Wembanyama's got 6 points. Gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Wembanyama, high post. To the inside. Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
And with this kind of vision, we could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 10 points for him.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Leading by just 2. Don't go. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
We've got Nicholas Batum, Bilal Coulibaly out there with Risache. Then there's Rudy Gobert, and it's Yabusele in at the 4. Gobert inside. Antetokounmpo covering. There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, B.A., because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
And that one falls for Gobert. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Well, we know Rudy Gobert is going to go down as not only one of the greatest defenders of his generation, but of all time. Just look at the number of times this guy has won Defensive Player of the Year. He is a force to be reckoned with.
And he gets that one.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
They've got Rudy Gobert. Risache out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Nicholas Batum, and it's Yabusele in at power forward. Here's Coulibaly. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, they really worked hard to find shots in that one. Some good play calls and energy on the offensive end.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
Let's take a look at the seeding for the Eastern Conference, with only 4 games of the regular season remaining. Taking a look at the visitors here. They've been grinding out enough wins to place 4th in the conference right now. A couple spots down. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Kalaitzakis. Oh, there's the alley! We've got Bilal Coulibaly. Rudy Gobert is out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Rupert in at the point. With this break in the action, let's take a look at the NBA's highest scoring team since the All-Star break.
Since the All-Star break, this squad has been on fire on offense. Looking like a well-oiled machine and taking and making high percentage shots.
So both teams changing it up here. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for them. Antetokounmpo outside. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
First team foul. At the line for one.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Sarr. Batum outside. Inside. Sarr misses. Got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's Antetokounmpo. Tries again. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Off target at the rim. Brad, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
Gets the 3 ball to go. Sarr's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
If that jumper could become a consistent option for Sarr, he's going to be a dangerous player in this league.
Antetokounmpo inside. Down low. Antetokounmpo is doubled. 4 on the clock. Another shot. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Wembanyama powers it through inside.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
Out to the wing. Antetokounmpo inside. Shoots over Sarr. Antetokounmpo. Bam. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
Wembanyama scanning the floor. To the left wing. Wembanyama screen. Here's Jang. Sinks the tray. Jang's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's rejected. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Sarr.
Substitution on the court.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Up by 4. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks so much. I'm here with Coach Tom Thibodeau. And Tom, what's it going to take?
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
And get ready for the fans.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those.
All right, and now time to... Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
To the paint. Here's Calathes. Count the basket and the foul. That's on Evan Fournier.
The screen doesn't earn him a ton of breathing room. Turns out he doesn't need it.
Here's Hayes. They've got Hayes. Sarr out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Evan Fournier, and it's Risacher in at the small forward. Pass to Hayes. And here's Wembanyama.
When Wembanyama has the ball in there, I mean, it's often a bucket, a foul, or both.
It's his first trip to the line. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. The three from Risacher knocks it down from distance. Risacher's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
I love how competitive this kid Risacher is, coming right back with his own triple.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And with a pause in the action, let's check out the top rookie rim protectors over this past month. In the third spot, Alex Sarr.
His defensive anticipation is just excellent. He changes as many shots as he swats.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. It's stolen away. Hayes, the pass to Wembanyama. Back to Hayes, to the middle. Here's Risacher, and the shot's good. Risacher's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's always good to see Risacher mixing it up down low.
Antetokounmpo outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Calathes. Fires the three. Not going to go that time. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
The three from Risacher. Nails it from 3. Risacher's got 8.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Risacher will be nailing threes for many years to come.
And out on the wings, Zach Risacher has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. .136 left to play in the third quarter. Releases. Sarr misses.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Fournier for 3. The shot no good. He's gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Inside. Blocked!
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
Down low. And Fournier with the basket on the assist by Sarr.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
And he lobs it up. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Here's Calathes. Three-pointer. Knocks down the triple. 5 points in the game.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Fournier. Clock at 6. Here's the 3. Hits the three-pointer. Fournier's got 5 points now this quarter.
When you make a 3 on him, Fournier wants a little payback, and he gets it.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Evan Fournier.
Second team foul. At the line for your home team, number 7. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls. That one's no good. Here's Jang. And that's not gonna go. And we've reached the end of the third. They're up 7. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
We've got Nicholas Batum. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Yabusele in at the power forward position.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. Back to Coulibaly. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Tom Thibodeau coaching his team during that last break. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Kalathis. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. No stopping Giannis.
Oh, man, the balance of muscle Giannis possesses is tremendous. Phenomenal at scoring on physical defenses.
From deep, Sar drops in the 3.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Now here's Hayes. Three-pointer, no good. Now Antetokounmpo. Sar pulls it in. Gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Hayes. Yes, it's good.
Really good passing wing. Shea isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
With the step back. Here's Antetokounmpo. Against contact. Giannis stays strong.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
.152 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, rising above. Wembanyama.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Takes a step back. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the dunk.
And he lost his man with a shifty play inside.
And then just went and hammered it home. Wow. Gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Pass to Fournier. To the wing on the left. Wembanyama screen. The 3 from Shea. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the lob. And stolen by Hayes. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Fournier, a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Sar. 6 to shoot. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
First personal foul. First team.
Yeah, and the potential Sar has is enticing. He's a talented, mobile big man who wants to keep improvement.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. Antetokounmpo inside. And yep, it's good. here's Hayes. Outside Wembanyama. Soft touch off the glass.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can...
But anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Ivica Zubac is out there with Sharch. And it's Smith, and it's Hezonja in at the small forward position. That's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Diaz. It's good from long range.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And now, here's Hezonja. Five on the clock. And he banks in the layup.
And we always talk about making your team. That assist was right on target.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Abrinas. Pass to Diaz. Here's Aldama. Oh, good with the triple.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Sharch. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Saric, one of those guys with size and a combination of a deft touch. And in close, he's effective.
Hernangomez a screen. To the paint. Sharch grabs the board. Gotten their first three shots to go in for him to start off this game. Pass to Smith. Now Zubac. Shoots over Aldama. No good from Zubac.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And Zubac has proven that, Brent, there's still a place in the league for old school center.
Well, I think he plays, Kevin, with a combination of talent around him that allows him to situate himself right where he needs to be. Impactful around the basket, a huge rebounding presence, a guy that brings some physicality, and he's been in a perfect slot to show why it is he's such a valuable NBA player.
Yeah, easy call.
At the line for the away team, number 2. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Hernangomez passes to Garuba. And Rubio kicks to Hernangomez. To Abrinas. Puts one up from 19, and he nails the jumper.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And here's Bogdanovic for three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
He's such a consistent shooter from range. Don't go handing Bogdanovic open shots.
Pass to Abrinas. It's up a three. Drains the three-pointer. Abrinas has got 5 points.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Rubio with it. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
We've got Santi Aldama, and it's Rubio in at the one.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Pass to Garuba. Shot clock at 5. From outside the arc, cranes the three, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovic. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
They've got Ricky Rubio, and it's Garuba in at the 5. Pass to Aldama. Here's Garuba. Rubio outside. There's a screen. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. No good with the elbow jumper. We've got Santi Aldama, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. And he makes good on the layup. 5 points in the game.
That's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. Got to learn your lesson.
Pass to Aldama. Down low. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Out left to the wing. A 3 from Bogdanovic. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. There's the 3. Abrinas with the bucket. Abrinas has got his 3rd basket of the night.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And that's a foul called on Santi Aldama. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Saric outside. 6 to shoot. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Smith's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Diaz. To the middle. Plays it up and banks it in.
That play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Saric outside. Pass to Azania. And here is Saric. A 3. And the dunk by Zubac.
Zubac does a great job of sniffing out offensive rebounds and beats his guy to the spot.
To the wing on the left. It's Abrinas top the key. They set the screen. The shot by Diaz, no good. Gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Sharge. Fires from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Sharge has got his second bucket of the night.
Catch and shoot opportunity for Dario, and he doesn't waste it.
Here's Diaz. Hernan Gomez a screen. Shoots from the high post. Diaz, good. Diaz has got 5 points so far. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. They're up by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were. And guys, we're still in the... Thanks for spending half...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The lights out in this one, 77%. We've got Santi Aldama. He's out there with Hernan Gomez. And it's Diaz in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Up top, Zubats. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. Charge, that's good. He's got 8.
And they're hitting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Aldama. He has 6. Diaz. And he finishes nicely on the way.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Azania. Now here's Zubats. Hernan Gomez covering. Fires the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Here's Abrinas. Now Hernan Gomez. Pass to Aldama. Lets it go with the 3. It doesn't go for him. Aldama's gone 1 of 4 from distance. Over to the left wing. Back to Sharch. Hazonia on the wing. To the inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And just with his effort level alone, Zubats can put pressure on any defense. This time it gets him a trip to the line.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Rubio. Scoreless thus far. It's to Diaz. Here's Aldama. Cracks in the tray.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here is Smith. Charge outside. Rubio with the rebound. Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. 1:35 left to play in the third. Unloads from 13. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Diaz has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Second, Ivica Zubats.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
We've got 1:23 left to play here in the third. They set the pick. Hits it from three-point range. 6 points for him.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Inside, Garuba. And yes, it's good.
Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Now, here's Zubac. Pass to Perkichin. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
A shot by Diaz, no good. Has been just uncontainable. 72%. Bogdanovich looking around. Now, here's Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Zubac has got his second basket of the night.
And no problem for Zubac. He likes that mid-range.
Away team foul.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here is Rubio. Still yet to score. With 1 on the clock, and the shot is good. The third quarter comes to a close. Up 5. Don't go anywhere. The final. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Hernan Gomez finds Rubio. Four on the shot clock. Here's Aldama. And a miss there on the triple. Pass to Perkichin. Over Hernan Gomez. Nice shot by Perkichin.
He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jumper.
Here's Aldama. Three-pointer nailed from three-point land.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Guys, over the break, Chauncey Billups had some advice for his team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet, are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope. Guys?
Thank you, David. 8 feet away, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Abrinas with the bucket.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you could ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Shoots from 14. Abrinas with a rebound.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Aldama passes to Abrinas.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul, second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And he makes both free throws.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Smith outside. launches it. The shot by Sharch, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Abrinas. He nails it, and we're tied up. Abrinas has got 6 here in this quarter.
And after all that time, finally, they've been able to tie it up here in the fourth quarter. What a comeback, and what a finish we have in store.
That's amazing to think of what they've done here, being behind so long. Now they have a legitimate chance to win this thing.
Here's Abrinas. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Pass to Aldama. Here's Abrinas. Here's Diaz. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
It drops.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Abrinas the pass to Diaz. There's a screen by Aldama. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And this is the time when you want to lock it down defensively. Thus far, not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense. Not that last possession.
And that's an intentional foul.
Santi Aldama. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
It's the first. That will put them up by 2.
Smith at the line for 2.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
Here's Abrinas. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Rebound by Smith, and they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's the triple. A rebound by Hazanya. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
Taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Hins the 3.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Personal foul. Fifth team foul.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
2 shots.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game. And so the road team gets the W in this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the
keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
Now the starting group for the visitors. R.J. Barrett out there with Trey Lyles. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point.
Yeah, sometimes even Giannis needs help. The play gets him all the room he needs to strike.
Pass to Lyles. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Low block shot. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau. I asked Coach what the plan is for slowing down Jamal Murray. They said, honestly, it comes down to team defense. You need to be aware of where Jamal is at all times. He can light you up, but Murray also conditioned, so we have to be smart guarding him. Always a difficult task defending the talented Canadian Jamal Murray. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
The resume Giannis has built already is impressive, and he's nowhere close to being done adding to it.
Lou Dort, he's checked in for Lyles. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Pass to Antetokounmpo. The offensive rebound. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Lays it up and banks it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 now.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter, someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. There's a screen. Inside. Second shot opportunity, and they pick up 2.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander. No good with the triple.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Antetokounmpo outside. A minute 35 left in the first quarter here. Uses the glass on the layup. Antetokounmpo has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
Brooks, he's checked in for Barrett. A minute and a half left to play in the first quarter. Outside Murray. Pass to Olynyk. Here's the 3. Pure from three-point range.
By Murray, sees a hole in the defense and feeds the guy ready to exploit it.
Antetokounmpo outside. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Calathes. 6 on the shot clock. There's the 3. And Giannis Antetokounmpo good for 3. Give him 8.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 points in the game. Pass to Olynyk. And a missed layup. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Making a statement here early. Going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Count it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And we If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Pass to Dort. Now here's Barrett. The three ball. Buries it from three.
I like how selective Barrett is with taking threes. It's a big reason why he shoots a good percentage.
Nikhil Alexander-Walker out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Dylan Brooks. Then there's Lou Dort, and it's Clark in at center, locking down the middle. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Barrett to the paint. No good with a layup.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Pass to Dort. Barrett with it. It's good. Barrett's got his second bucket of the night.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
Pass to Dorsey. From behind the arc. Clark grabs the board. Close the net on 2 minutes played here in the second. Back to Lyles. Fires the three. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Here's Dorsey. Guarded by Barrett. And he lobs it up to the rim. Unable to get that one.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Clark to pass to Murray. Kicks it out to Barrett. And a miss there on the triple. Got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Dorsey. Antetokounmpo inside. Clark covers. And the shot's good. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And here's a look at the teams who have been piling up assists since the All-Star break.
They're clearly on the same page offensively, and the chemistry has gotten better and better. The assist totals have been outstanding.
There's 1:17 left to play in the second quarter. Here's Brooks. He's off on the layup.
That is a disaster. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for him.
Murray against Antetokounmpo. Here's Kalathis. Out to the right wing. Fires the three. He drops it from range.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA working through contact inside.
You're making it look easy. Gilgeous-Alexander is so skilled. The ball on a string. And we see him do this time and time again.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Cashes in the 12-footer. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points.
And that one was on a platter. He won't miss those very often.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander takes the contact.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Antetokounmpo with it. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Great job ending the
Good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through. All right, and now that that does it for half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Shooting 67% for the game. Just outstanding. Trey Lyles is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Murray in at the shooting guard position. Lyles a screen. The 3, Barrett. Counted from distance. Give him 8 points now.
Yeah, this is what Barrett does best. A talented scorer who keeps things simple on the offensive end.
Here's Calathes. Here's Papanikolaou, guarded by Barrett. Shoots. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Barrett. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pulls it from the top of the key. Count it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13.
A dynamic score. Gilgeous-Alexander is so good at finding his spots and executing.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And while we have a moment, a handful of point guards who have provided stellar defense since the All-Star break. Here are the leaders and takeaways. Second is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, he's a pest. He gets under your skin. I mean, all these players have the combination of quickness and intelligence you want in a point guard.
Yeah, it's just not their quickness or their hands that have them at the top of the list. It's their defensive instincts that set them apart.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Lyles' shot is good.
A 6'6" playmaker. SGA has a great view of the floor.
Over to the wing. Antetokounmpo, right side. Lets it go from 11. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Both teams will make substitutions.
There you go, fans. That was your dancer.
Minute 32 left in the third quarter of the game. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's got 13. That one's good for 2. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
There's so many facets to SGA's game. He's equally good from all 3 levels.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. To the inside. Count that one.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. That one won't go. Shooting 7 for 11 now.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. It's deflected.
A strong, fearless defender. Dort doesn't back down from taking chances and going after swats.
Oh, got that one up quick. Barrett's got 10.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Clock at 6. Off target at the rim. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. All right, we're going to step aside. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Lugans Dort out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Brandon Clark, and it's Murray in at the point. To the middle. Pass to Kalaitzakis. And Clark with a block. Dort, right side. Kalaitzakis grabs the miss. Shooting it at 61%, a terrific average. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Down low. Here's Kalaitzakis. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Such a gutsy player. Barrett takes on challenging defenders in style and stays in control.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Antetokounmpo, rebounded by Lyles.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game, both teams leaving it all out there.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Back to Barrett. Pass to Murray. Screen by Olynyk. Launches a three. And Jamal Murray gets the three. Murray's got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is why they go to Murray in critical spots of the game. He just knows how to come through. Ooh.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Three-pointer. No good on that one. 7 for 12 now. Olynyk against Antetokounmpo. And Giannis shrugs off the contact.
And he is just showing off right now. I mean, he's giving you leadership. Giannis just takes pride in stepping up and hitting those big shots.
And he makes it.
Oh, obviously, Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And he buries it. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
You expect this from an MVP like Giannis. He never gives up on the game. Woo! Gotta love it.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Antetokounmpo with it. Started by Olynyk.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
That one misses for Antetokounmpo. Now here's Barrett, tightly guarded. Right side Olynyk. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. And it's
good. No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
.24 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's in. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings them within one. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Pass to Antetokounmpo to tie it up. No good. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us.
Time to look ahead for most teams.
And for some, that's looking towards the playoffs, right? Others, it's looking to the offseason, but don't look too far down the road just yet. We've got a game to play.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Exum. Josh Giddey is out there with Mills. And it's Joe Ingles. And it's Landale in at the 5.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
A nice shot by Exum.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pass to Aldama. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
An ideal stretch big. Aldama is 6'11" and very good behind the line.
Ingles finds Giddey. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Here's Aprinas. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Now, here's Exum. And the call will be against Hernan Gomez. That's his first foul. Garuba, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez.
Into the lineup for your home team, number 10.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And it's Giddey in the corner. A 3-pointer off the mark. Gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Aldama. Bank shot, no good. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Ingles kicks to Mills. Pass to Ingles. They set the pick. That 3 off the mark. Now Aldama. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Garuba. Here's Diaz. Wide open shot is on the money. Diaz has got 5 points so far.
Oh, great ball movement there.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Josh Green's checked in for Joe Ingles. While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month.
And they've just been on a defensive tear. I mean, allowing so few points. And really, I think it's the energy with which they've played.
.131 left in the first. Here's Giddey. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And if you allow Giddey to get in rhythm, he is more than capable of knocking it down.
Pass to Aldama. Rubio with a wide open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Gone 2 of 5 here. Making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Landale. And it's denied. Diaz the pass to Rubio. Here's Abrinas. Lets the three fly. Landale grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Rubio. Pass to Aldama. To the paint. Here's Diaz. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And here is Giddey. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. 5 to shoot. It's blocked. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Substitution on the court.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Up 5. And back with the... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
And that one's good, Simmons.
And they make Simmons battle for it, but he was up to the task.
Green is out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Simmons. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Daniels in at the 2 spot. To the inside. Pass to Rubio. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point land. And Baines pulls it down.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Joe Ingles is out there with Aaron Baines. Then it's Daniels. Then there's Josh Green. And it's Simmons in at the 1.
And the length of Simmons and using this as well as that athleticism to pull in the offensive rebound.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Garuba off target with his 3. Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Ingles dishes to Simmons. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
There's the pick. Bounce pass, Rubio. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So both teams making some changes here. Now some of the best in the NBA right here. The top scorers, efficiency-wise. Third is Josh Giddey.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Now here's Exum. Down low, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Diaz. 9-point game his last outing. Abrinas with the bucket.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Mills passes to Landale. And here is Giddey. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Giddey's got 6 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Good on the triple. 9 points in the game so far.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Now here's Exum. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, he had just enough breathing room to sink that layup. The defense was there, but not quick enough.
Here's Aldama. Ingles covering. The shot by Diaz, no good. Here's Mills. Swiped it away. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Leading by 3. And we'll be back right after this.
Make some noise and get ready for the...
Let's go back in time to Shaq's rookie season. Kenny, what was your first impression of him?
You'll see teams attempt to space the floor, but these guys really do it. They've got great shooters who take great shots.
And a few times, even when...
And that about wraps it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. We've got Hernan Gomez, and it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Still without a basket. To the middle. Pass to Abrinas. A 3-ball. Good on the 3-point shot.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Here's Exum. He's got 8. Takes a 3. And he stays with it. Pass to Landale. Lock at 6. Here's Giddey. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And I love watching Giddey take it strong to the basket. The D has got to be aware of it.
Aldama with the ball. Offline with his 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Right wing. This one for 3. Aldama gets the bucket. Aldama's got 6 points.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5?
Timeout.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
And looking at the numbers for Hernan Gomez, how's the last month of basketball been for him? And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Here's Abrinas, 12 points for him. Pass to Eldama. Here's Diaz. Here's Abrinas. They get it again. Here's Diaz. The three connects from three-point range. 10 points for him.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Giddey finds Exum. Left block shot on the way, and he hits the jump shot. Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. On defense, the visitors, trailing by 5. Rubio, the pass to Abrinas. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the first one at the line is good. So both teams changing it up here. And so he hits both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. It's blocked, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Green kicks to Daniels. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
And look, Daniels knows he has to keep working on his jumper. And these kind of shots only improve his confidence.
And here's Hernan Gomez outside. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
3 shots.
He's off on the second. And he nails the third. Gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And the shot goes in. Simmons got 8 points.
And the closer Simmons gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes. I love watching him in attack mode.
Here's Rubio, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And give him credit. Good awareness.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. They lead by 6. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Aaron Baines out there with Green. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Daniels. And it's Simmons in a point. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Goodness, Ben Simmons, unreal.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle, and he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. Game plan is working. Go out there, and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Exum. Tee right on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Bringas with the bucket.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Here's Giddey, and he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
And honestly, Giddey mostly avoids that area, but nice to see him being aggressive.
Diaz the pass to Bringas. Here's Aldama. Ingles covering. Hernan Gomez with the ball. It's to Diaz. Buries the long-range jumper.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Giddey. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Oh, stone cold stuff there from Josh Giddey. Big time shot in the moment.
Throws it up high. Stolen by Exum. Here's the break. Pass to Mills. Three-pointer. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Got that one up quick. Bringas has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
For the 3, it falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And I love going to Giddey there at 6'8" with his skill. Josh can get that one off anytime he wants.
Here's Diaz, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
From the arc, money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And the three-point shot really has been their best friend here tonight.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. It takes a special player.
First personal foul, second team foul.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Now here's Giddey. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Stolen away. And they go to the intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that'll just about do it. coming through at the line in a big spot.
From deep Ingles. Not going to go that time. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win.